Do more. I welcome you, Priyanka.
Thank you, Pratama.
Friends, stories trigger our imagination. They make us smile, make us sad, make us think, and keep us engaged. I'm sure some of you can recall Vishnu Sharma and his Panchtantra stories. How Vishnu Sharma used to, use stories to engage and teach morality, ethics, and values to the four unruly princes. And we still, retell these stories. So stories really live forever. We as trainers have our own favorite stories which we use in our training programs, and we go on adding new stories which will attract attention of the trainees and add value to their learning experience. So we all have different learning styles. Some of us are visual learners, some of us are auditory learners, and some are kinesthetic learners. So visual learners appreciate the mental pictures storytelling evokes, and the auditory learners focus on the words and the voice of the storyteller. And kinesthetic learners remember the emotional connection, the feelings from the story. So is there a way to use storytelling to deliver maximum impact in corporate training? How can we use storytelling in training and micro-learning? So today we have with us Priyanka Maheshwari, who will share her thoughts with us. And this session is going to be very, very interactive. This is what, she told me that, in fact, we will not have any Q&A. We will, whatever queries you have, you can, in between only, you can keep interrupting her and asking her. And I really sincerely hope we all will get a great value from this session. So before I invite Priyanka, let me request a chapter chairperson, Mr. Mukesh Jain, to welcome our guests. Mr. Jain. Mr. Jain, over to you.
You have to unmute yourself, Mukeshji.
I'm so sorry. Namaskar, good evening, friends. I, on behalf of Management Committee of ISTD Delhi Chapter, welcome you all to this evening lecture on a very interesting topic, Unleash the Storyteller Within You, by Madam Priyanka Maheshwari, founder Do More, Be More. I also welcome our past National President, President Emeritus, Chapter Chairpersons, NC members, senior members, and friends from ISTD, NIPM, NHRD, ISTD diploma students, faculty members, and students from various institutes. I wish you all for a wonderful evening and joyful weekend. Namaskar, over to Pratama ji.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jain. So I would very briefly introduce Priyanka. Priyanka is the founder of a knowledge sharing platform called Do More, Be More, comprising of experts in the field of art, craft, life skills, academics, and theater. She works closely with schools, universities, NGOs, old age homes, hospitals, teaching them how storytelling is a powerful tool for teaching and healing. And apart from the storytelling, she's actively involved in different theater groups and is part of various international forums. Priyanka organizes online learning workshops, digital coaching, and masterclasses for life enthusiasts. She's an alumnus of Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University, and the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. She's a life entrepreneur with a mission to make people be their best version 4.0. She also runs two businesses in Noida, and one is a restaurant, Park Baluchi, and a well-known salon, Black Express. So she's a member of SIAC, Storytelling Education and Art Indian Council. She's a member at Indian Storyteller Healing Network, and also she's a member at International Healing Story Alliance. The pandemic led her to a new role when she started a new initiative called the sharing, it's a sharing circle, which she calls Old Life, New Life. This is a non-judgmental space where personal stories are shared to create hope and resilience. And I was fortunate enough to attend one of her sessions, and I was really, got a lot of value from that session. So with this, I hand it over to Priyanka. Over to
Thank
you.
you, ma'am. Thank you, Pratima, ma'am. Thank you for those kind words. Welcome, everyone. A very warm welcome. This is no less than a blessing to be on such a wonderful forum. Today with me is Priyamvada, my team member. She will be assisting us on the journey. Let's make it interactive and participative. And before I begin, let me say that although we are facilitators, we are equally learners today. There is so much that will enrich me also when we are over with the session. Okay, on that very happy note, let us all stretch and let us all yawn. Normally, the trainers say, "Arey bhai, ye nahi karna," but we have to do this, and let's have a long yawn. It is evening here in India. Let the oxygen just flow in your lungs. Agar koi aur bhi yawn kar raha hai, it just shows me that you are attentive and looking at me. We will begin the session with certain sociometric exercises. I will be asking some simple questions, and I would really appreciate if you can have at least for the 7 minutes your video on. I will appreciate. Let me not talk to black boxes. Himani, Harshji, Shivani, Renu, Radhika. Come on, come on. It is going to be interactive. Let's share thoughts. We are not going to have a typical question answer round in the end. आप किसी भी वक्त कोई भी सवाल पूछ सकते हैं. We are all free to contribute our ideas. बहुत दिन हो गए ना, जैसे कि अभी जैन सर और गुप्ता सर बोल रहे थे कि फिजिकल मीटिंग नहीं हुई, तो एक बार कोशिश करते हैं जैसे हम सब एक बहुत बड़ी सर्कल में बैठे हैं. प्रतिमा मैम ने ऐसे मेरा हाथ पकड़ा है, मैंने प्रियमवदा का हाथ पकड़ा है, और विनय सर ने पकड़ा है रवि सर का हाथ. कम ऑन, स्ट्रेच योर हैंड्स, लेट्स ऑल सिट इन अ सर्कल. क्या बात है, वेरी नाइस. ये बात. हिमानी, कम ऑन. मनीषा जी, stretch your arms and feel as if we are all sitting in a huge circle. Thank you. Thank you so much. So the questions that we ask, if the answer for you is a yes, you will raise your hand. और अगर answer yes नहीं है, तो you will not raise your hand. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Thank you, Dr. Harsh. Okay, Himani, I would love to see you all. पिछले एक हफ्ते में गाना किसने गाया? Anyone? I like that, Nirupama ma'am. Naveen ji, very good. I like the authenticity. पिछले एक हफ्ते में किसी ने डांस किया? क्या बात है प्रियमवदा. Very good, Nirupama ma'am. पिछले एक हफ्ते में बारिश को किसने महसूस किया? Who felt the rain? Great going. Let's speed it up now. In the last 1 week, who watered the plants? Excellent. In the last 1 week, who ate Maggie? Yes. Go for it. Very good, Banisha. In the last 1 week, who made chai for someone else? किसी और के लिए चाय. क्या बात है सर. डॉक्टर साहब का हाथ ऊपर है, प्रीतिमा मैम का ऊपर है, विजय गुप्ता सर का ऊपर है. बहुत बढ़िया. और पिछले एक हफ्ते में who scolded someone? I like the authenticity. Sahu sir, पिछले एक हफ्ते में who had a sleepless night? In the last 1 week, who cried? लड्डू किसने खाया एक हफ्ते में? आलू का पराठा किसने खाया? और स्पाउस से लड़ाई किसने की? Excellent. इसमें मेरा हाथ भी ऊपर है. Thank you. These sociometric exercises help us check in with our emotions right now. जब मैंने पिछली बार ये करा, I realized, अरे मैं तो इस मौसम में बारिश में भीगी ही नहीं. मैंने तो अपने पौधों से बात ही नहीं करी. So much are we in the grind of life that we forget the simple joys of life. और थोड़े से और कैमरा ऑन होंगे तो और मजा आएगा. डॉक्टर राकेश, सिद्धार्थ, रीनू, मैं वेट कर रही हूँ. कम ऑन. ऐसे तो छोटे बच्चों को बोलना पड़ता है. कम ऑन. We all know it's Friday evening. Yes. Yes, Dr. Akil. आपका हाथ ऊपर है, कुछ पूछना चाहेंगे? Raised hand. शायद गलती से प्रेस हो गया होगा. Okay. So now what we are going to do is, पहली बात ये है कि जो स्टोरी टेलिंग हम सोचते हैं कि मैं तो स्टोरी टेलर नहीं हूँ भाई, ये प्रोग्राम मेरे लिए कैसे है? तो क्या आप मेरे साथ अग्री करेंगे इफ आई टेल यू दैट इवन द first 30 seconds of our introduction is it's an opportunity for us to tell a story. हम क्या कर रहे हैं अपनी इंट्रोडक्शन में? हम एक छोटी सी कहानी बता रहे हैं. We get the first 30 seconds to impress the other person and leave an impact. Storytelling is being used every minute. आप अपने बेटे को बताना चाहते हैं कि नहीं, ये तुम्हारे लिए लाइन सही नहीं है, देखो तुम्हें ये करना चाहिए. What are you doing? You are trying to sell an idea and you are telling a story. और उसके अंदर जब आप अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस डालते हैं और अपने पास्ट के बारे में बताते हैं, तो जैसे प्रतिमा मैम ने कहा था, एक्सपीरियंसेस, टच, फील, वर्ड्स, सेंसेस, आपने सब चीज का एक कल्मिनेशन कर दिया. There is no corporate, there is no chemistry, physics, maths, English or any subject where you can do without telling stories. Then how do we make it a rich experience? हम उसमें ऐसे कौन से टूल्स डालें कि मेरी बात आप तक कनेक्ट करे? The virtual world has made it a little more complicated. There is a problem of many. इतने सेशन हो रहे हैं, इतने क्रिएटिव्स आ रहे हैं, इतने वीडियोस आ रहे हैं that forget about children. Even for an adult, I get only 7 minutes to hold your attention. 7 मिनट के बाद क्या होता है? अरे यार मैं व्हाट्सएप चेक कर लूं, ओहो किचन से आवाज आ रही है, चाय तो आज मैंने पी नहीं. So to really hold your audience, you have to use the tools, tactics and tricks of a smart storyteller, and we all need it. On that very happy note, let's make certain emotions reflect on our faces. Are we all ready? Yes? Good, cool. Let's all show me a happy face. Come on, this is simple. I like that, Pratima ma'am. Very nice. Great, very good. Akil sir, Mukesh ji, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Come on, Shivani, Rakesh ji, please. ओके, 3 मिनट के लिए कैमरा ऑन किया जा सकता है. अगला है सैड फेस, लॉकडाउन वाला. कम ऑन. थैंक यू निरुपमा मैम, बहुत बढ़िया. गुलमाला जी, आप सैड फेस में भी इतने अच्छे दिखते हैं. थोड़ा तो और सैड करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा तो चेहरा लटकाना पड़ेगा. सैड सच में है, पूरी बॉडी सैड है, पूरी बॉडी.
मैडम का चेहरा ही इतना सुंदर है कि वो लटक ही नहीं सकता.
क्या बात, कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स की बारिश हो रही है. Let us give me a worried face. Worried face. भाई आज तो घड़ी रुक गई और क्या सोचेंगे सब, मैं झूठ बोल रही हूँ. 7:05 मैंने सोचा 7:15 हो गई, लेकिन अभी मेरे को स्माइलिंग फेस नहीं चाहिए, मुझे तो worried फेस चाहिए. Good, good. I like that. I like that, Vanessa. Okay, give me a suspicious look. दाल में कुछ काला है कि दाल ही काली है? Excellent, excellent, very good. Worried, worried. डिबास सर, चिंता की बात है भाई. आपकी मुस्कुराहट तो एकदम 60 वॉट के बल्ब जैसी हो रही है. चिंताजनक फेस. Thank you. Okay. Now we are going to give excitement radiate through our expressions. Excited face. क्या बात कर रहे हो? फ्राइडे का सेशन कैंसिल? अब जा सकते हैं मॉल. वीकेंड वाला लॉकडाउन खत्म हो गया. मैंने सोचा था आज भी गया सेशन में टाइम. Okay, 2-3 more expressions let's portray on our face. Give me a very relieved face. Excellent. I love the way you are using your shoulders and not just your face. बहुत ही lost expression चाहिए. Come on, Priyamvada, Ravi sir. Lost, listless. हो क्या रहा है भाई, चल क्या रहा है? मैंने तो सोचा था यहाँ कोई पीपीटी होगी, क्या हो रहा है? यहाँ पे तो गेम्स खेली जा रही है. Thank you so much, Nirupama ma'am. Wonderful, Ajay sir. What are we exactly doing? What did we do? हम ये कह रहे हैं कि शब्दों से भी पहले हमारे facial expressions और body language बात कर रहे हैं, which obviously we call as non-verbal communication. But the storyteller is a complete package. He will use his body and he will use his face. Suppose मैं प्रियंवदा को एक गिफ्ट दूं और वो गिफ्ट पकड़ते टाइम बोले थैंक यू. Does she even mean thank you? What is her body saying? Her body is telling some other story than the words. तो आप जो भी कन्वे कर रहे हैं वो आप अपनी पूरी बॉडी के साथ कन्वे कर रहे हैं. If there is excitement and josh, it is infectious and it will pass on. To be effective, you have to encash this tool of expressions and tonality. Okay, let's move to the first story of the day. Let's sit back and enjoy the story because we are going to reflect upon it later. Some of you would have heard this story probably from me earlier. लेकिन मजे की बात बताऊं, जब जब ये कहानी मैं सुनाती हूँ, each time the story tells me something new to myself as a teller. Each time you hear the same story, depending upon your situation in life, you will hear differently. So enjoy. Little Meera called out to her elder sister, Radha, Radha di, Radha akka, come here. Look, look, our mango tree is full with mangoes. See, it is laden with green kacha kacha mangoes. Mummy ko bulaaye. Mama, Mama, come here. Mama, see, so many mangoes. This season you will make the mango shakes, no? And mango ice creams, and what do you call that? Mango souffle. Yes, Mama, you will make, no? Of course I'll make, baby. Now you go inside and finish your homework, okay? Let Mama do her work. Little did any one of them know what is going to happen. That night, there was an angry storm. It was furious. There was thunder and lightning, and there was rain. There was so much of rain. Mama, Mama, look. All the mangoes have fallen down. There is no mangoes on that tree. Now how will I get the mango ice cream and the mango souffle? I know, Meera. I know, Radha. I know it feels bad. लेकिन तूफान के ऊपर तो किसी का कंट्रोल नहीं होता ना बच्चे. Can we control nature? कोई बात नहीं. इस साल मैं पापा को बोलूंगी मैंगोज लाने के लिए. Okay? Now wipe your tears and go inside. Be good. ना मीरा को पता था, ना राधा को और ना माँ को कि सारे कच्चे आम तो गिर गए थे. But on that tree was one small green kacha mango. Ambi, the protagonist of our story. Oh, mother tree, see, I faced all the storm and I'm right here next to you, mother tree. I haven't fallen down. I'll always be with you. And then one day I will fall down and become like you, a big, huge, giving tree, Mama. Oh, mother tree, I'm so happy. Yes, Ambi. I'm glad. I'm glad you faced all the storm. I'm glad that you are here. But Ambi, you can't stay here with me forever. One day, you will not be green. You will grow up. You will be ripe and yellow. And then birds will come and they will eat you. They will peck your flesh and have your juice. One day you may fall and then humans will enjoy you. No, no, Mother Tree. I don't want the birds and bees stinging me and eating me. They will just be eating your flesh and your juice. Inside you is a seed, and that seed will continue the life. And then, just like the Mother Tree said, soon Ambi wasn't green anymore. She was a huge, big, yellow, ripe mango. लेकिन इससे पहले कि उसको पता चलता, एक दिन सडनली वो नीचे गिर गई और इससे पहले कि घर के लोग उसे उठाते, the dog of the house started eating Ambi. पूरा खा भी जाता तो कोई बात नहीं थी. That would have been the end of Ambi. लेकिन half eaten Ambi, and suddenly there was a sound from the house. Goofy! Goofy! Shoo! Leave what you're doing. Go inside. Shoo! Shoo! And Goofy left Ambi right there on the driveway, on the cemented driveway. The floor was hard cement. Ambi thought, I needed soil. How will I grow? How will I become like my parent? How will I ever become a generous tree, a giving tree? She was still clouded with thoughts when suddenly from above the tree, "Caw! Caw! Caw!" came the crow and grabbed half-eaten Ambi in his claws and flew far away, far away, far away from the mother tree. And he started pecking the half-eaten Ambi. And then just like that, Ambi fell down from his claws, down, 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 into the soft soil. And she went deeper and deeper and deeper. She lay in the dark for 3 days. I'm thirsty. I want some water. पानी. मुझे पानी चाहिए. 3 दिन तक कहीं पानी नहीं था. And then rain happened. अम्बी पूरी तरीके से भीग चुकी थी. उस माटी के अंदर अम्बी को पानी मिला. And there came small leaves, tiny, tiny leaves, as if of hope and resilience. कुछ उम्मीद लग रही थी. I will become like the mother tree now. लेकिन ये क्या? 1 हफ्ते तक कोई पानी नहीं. जीवन के लिए पानी तो चाहिए होगा मुझे. I have come too far. बहुत हो गया. बस और नहीं. मुझसे जो बन पाया मैंने किया, लेकिन अब और नहीं. एक एक करके वो नरम पत्तियां गिरने लगी. सूख रही थी. I don't think there is any hope for my life now. Mama? Mama? Is that a mango plant, Mama? Oh, yes, Rani. Good observation. That is a mango plant. लेकिन देखो कितना सूख रहा है ये. इसमें पानी डालें बच्चे. And they watered. Rani and her mother watered little Ambi. Days and months passed. Ambi started growing into a beautiful young tree. And then one day, she became like her mother tree, swaying with leaves, in the hope of having so many mangoes. It seems I have reached home, said Ambi. Thank you. So we are going to follow this with a small activity. We will be splitting you people in groups of say 4. And in the breakout room, we will have almost 2.5 minutes conversation on what this story told you. इस कहानी ने आपको क्या कहा? What is it that you remember from the story? What did the story do to you? We will be meeting after 10 minutes. I will request Alok ji, if he's here, to help us with the breakout rooms.
Sure, ma'am.
Enjoy the activity, interact, and then we will be here.
Priyanka, can you just repeat the instruction?
जरूर. So जो अभी हमने अम्बी की कहानी सुनी, I want everyone to reflect upon the story. It is called story harvesting. Let us think about what did the story do to us. क्या कहा हमें कहानी ने? So if we are 28 excluding me, we will be having different breakout rooms of the same strength. Yeah. And almost roughly 2 minutes each speaker will be there. One person in the breakout room, please time your room so that after 10 minutes we can be back here. If there's any confusion, please do not leave the meeting. You can come back to this main room. I will be here. Alok sir will be helping from the IT side.
Opening all the rooms.
Yeah, this is, I just joined Wake Up. Manoj ji, what is this breakup room?
जी.
This is breakup room for 2 people.
Am I there?
Yes. Manoj
Actually,
जी,
Puri sahab, I have.
मैं बहुत लेट पहुंचा हूँ मैं.
I have also joined very late, so
तो
I
हमें
haven't
मालूम
followed
नहीं है
much.
कि वो क्या हो रहा है. Something must be, we have to do something in the breakup room, which I do not know. But anyway, let us watch. I came I came from somewhere. I had to go for some.
Yeah. Even I joined quite late, so I didn't follow it much. So sorry for that.
the breakout room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Anybody who's ready with sharing the room's discussion and the views that came out, please, we would love to hear. The Basa can probably represent our room, our breakout room. It was wonderful hearing his views. Over to you, Dabasa.
Well, we conclude that storytelling is a wonderful way of relating, training, as well as yaad reh jati cheezein. Otherwise, PPT, nothing, nobody remembers that. It's only the story through which you are able to remember it. So this is a very excellent way of relating, of sharing the experiences, experiential learning. So very powerful way.
Thank you, Dabasa. It was wonderful hearing your views and your journey. And if I may sum up what he's saying, facts may not stay, but stories stay.
Hey.
Priyamvada, anything you would like to add to the discussion? Anybody who wants to share what came out in the breakout room?
I could see myself as Ambi. You know, I could resonate with the story because just like her journey, we all have obstacles coming one after the other. It was some moment when there was a climax in the story, and you know, she just wanted to give up, and nature helped her. So sometimes nature helps. Sometimes there is some inner power which you are allowed to unleash, and then you are able to overcome that obstacle. And the part of the story that stayed with me the most was, I'd say, the end of the story, where she says that it seems I have reached home. You know, that feeling of home, we're all in search of that, you know, where you are feeling yourself in your natural skin, where there is effortlessness and there is playfulness, where you all feel at home.
Thank you so much for sharing those beautiful views, Priyamvada. सो जब हम छोटे थे उस वक्त ऐसा होता था कि मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी लिखा रहता था, है ना? शिक्षा, लालच बुरी बला है. अभी हम जिस युग में हैं, द सेंचुरी दैट वी आर लिविंग इन, एंड द काइंड ऑफ वर्ल्ड दैट हैज, यू नो, जहां हम पहुंच गए हैं, वहां पे आप मॉरल को इस तरीके से डिफाइन ना करें. You don't tell, you show and tell, you show and tell. अम्बी की कहानी में अगर मैं ये बोलती कि आपको हार नहीं माननी है, करेज से सब कुछ होता है, और आप इस तरीके से हताश ना बैठें, do you think that would have worked? Or just gifting this story in a grief circle where 4 people had lost their spouse to COVID, and they could feel the story and take the lesson without the footnote of moral of the story. That is the power of a story. You feel the story. जैसे ही हमने अपने ब्रेकआउट रूम में डिस्कशन शुरू करा, डब्बास जी के पास, प्रियंवदा के पास अपनी अपनी कहानियां थी, जिंदगी की कहानी. कैसे वो पहली पीढ़ी थी जो स्कूल गई, कैसे उन्होंने ब्याज के ऊपर पैसा लिया, and he traveled the world. So a story connects with the personal story, and that is how you build, that is how you teach, क्योंकि आपने उसके एक्सपीरियंस को ट्रिगर कर दिया और आप वहां पहुंच गए जहां उसकी इमोशंस हैं. So my question is, why stories? If anybody wants to share what happened in the breakout room and क्या नतीजा निकला, आपको अम्बी ने क्या कहा? Yes sir, over to you please, doctor.
Actually, in our group, we discussed, I had Naveen and Pratima ji, and there was one gentleman who was like a Khufia Jasu sitting there in the black box.
Himani.
He did not know. Huh?
Himani, I think Himani Goyal was there. Right?
No, it was, I think it was Himani, yes.
Yes, sir, Himani Goyal, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, sir, it's been my honor today to hear you all, because I'm learning so much that I can't express in words what I am learning today. It's a very first experience for me. So more speaking than I love to learn. That's why I'm sitting like a Khufia Jasus.
So we thought of one thing, that the message of hope was there, certainly. But I think on a serious note, what we discussed was not the story, but the storyteller who makes it absorbing. So Priyanka, we thought that your expression, voice modulation, I'm a big tree, actually made me feel like a whole tree swinging in breeze.
Yeah.
And I think that animation is not trivial or childish, but it is connecting the story with body and conveying more.
Thank you,
So-
Dr. Akil. You've actually brought out a very wonderful feature of storytelling. एक होता है content और एक होता है expression. Suppose आपका content weak है लेकिन expression better है. Suppose आपका content बहुत बढ़िया है और expression weak है. क्या होगा? अगर आपका मसाला जो आपने बताना था वो बहुत जबरदस्त है, but it has not been presented that efficiently, तो बात कन्वे होगी ही नहीं.
इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा बात का.
इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा ही नहीं. इट विल बी लॉस्ट. द वाइब्स विल बी लॉस्ट समवेयर. जब हमारे रूम में शिवानी, प्रियंवदा और दबास सर ने बोला मैंने 9 साल के बच्चे के साथ में इतने किलोमीटर चला, he used that exercise of expressions, and the way his tonality was changing, it created motivational vibes in the room. इसी को आप कॉन्ट्रास्ट करो. आपका कंटेंट नहीं है लेकिन एक्सप्रेशन है. मैं आपको बताऊं, सब छोड़ दो. आज रात को ना ऑर्डर करना बस जोमैटो से. ठीक है, बस बीवी खुश, बच्चे खुश, डन. अरे बात तो कुछ भी नहीं थी, लेकिन आपने उसको ऐसा सीक्रेटिवली और आपने अपनी टोन्स और एक्सप्रेशन और बॉडी लैंग्वेज को करा कि आपको ऑडियंस आपकी बात सुनेगा. क्यों नहीं सुनेगा? अब उसके बाद आपको मेटाफिजिक्स की बात करनी थी या स्पिरिचुअल बात करनी थी या आपको बात गॉसिप की करनी थी, बट यू हैव देयर इयर्स, व्हिच इज नॉट इजी. Yes. Now I would, before we do the second activity, I would like to share that Priyamvada and I, we took this story to government school teachers of Bihar. And when we presented the story, तो उन्होंने बोला ये कथा तो हमारी है, जहां एक टीचर 400 बच्चे को पढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहा है, जहां रिक्शे वाले के पास फोन है लेकिन वो फोन लेके चले जाता है काम पे और बच्चा पढ़ नहीं सकता. मेरे रोंगटे खड़े हो गए. And the same story, when I gifted to another circle, they said that whenever I feel low, I tell myself whose child I am. In the weakest hour, I question, तुम किसके बच्चे हो? Isn't that what Ambi did? She wanted to be the mother tree. Same कहानी आपको जो कहना चाहती है, you just have to mull over it. You just have to listen. On that very happy note, we will start with another activity which is going to show us some more aspects of storytelling which we can use every day. We will pick up any object that is there here on your table. कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. For example, ये क्या है ये?
So it's spectacle case.
Correct. चश्मे का case. I have to use it in any manner except what it is. For example, ole baby, oh, you're hungry. भूख लगी है. Ole बच्चा, cutie. Bas. Oh man, he's so soft ना, है ना? Oh. I'm all wet. रुको. You take, okay? You take. ध्यान से. What was it?
Wow.
Beautiful.
Great.
Baby.
Yeah. And the truth of the storyteller is to actually become that. So when you are narrating, when you're doing the telling, your truth becomes that. आप लोग इतनी सुंदर किताबें पढ़ रहे हैं, जब आप किताब में खो जाते हैं, that moment is meditative because you forget about your problems. That moment you're one with the story. Let's pick up another thing. ये क्या है?
Pair of seizures.
अकील, सतिन, विनय, जल्दी आओ, जंग छिड़ चुकी है. What was it?
Machine gun.
Are we not all improvising in life? जो भी सिचुएशन हमें मिलती है हम उसको ही किसी तरीके से ढाल लेते हैं. We are using it as it is because we can't change the object given to us, right? Let us try and do it. Priyamada, you have any object there? Come on. There's no right or wrong. Just go for it.
ठीक है, फिर थोड़े रूल ब्रेक कर लेते हैं. ये फेवरेट है मेरा. ट्राई करो, ट्राई. बढ़िया, बहुत हल्का सा नशा होगा, हल्का सा सिर चकराएगा, बहुत मजा आएगा मियां. खा के देखो, बहुत बढ़िया. ट्राई ट्राई.
Great. You guys are natural.
Too natural.
Yeah.
बदल गया, हाँ?
Wow.
We'll really appreciate if someone can pick up an object and use it in some other manner. कलम को कलम की तरह नहीं, किसी और तरीके से यूज कीजिए. विनय सर, प्लीज.
आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा विनय जी. अनम्यूट करिए.
Okay, this is my magic wand, like Harry Potter. You know, there. I want to open those curtains. Boom, they're open. See, the curtains behind me are open. Just look at it more carefully. They're actually open, and you can see the lovely trees, waving in the breeze behind me. Right?
Wow, wonderful. I was actually peeping. पर्दे खुल तो नहीं गए. कुछ तो जादू कर रहे हैं विनय सर. Amazing. Radhika really likes it. Thank you. Come on. This is the thing about storytelling. अगर हम अपने अंदर का बचपन जिंदा रखेंगे, if we are connected to the child, the inner child. आपने देखा है ना बच्चा कैसे गिरता है और ये झाड़ा वो झाड़ा अपना घुटना और उठ गया. और हम लोग क्या करते हैं? बहुत लग गए यार. 3 लोग को कहानी सुनाते हैं, फिर चौथे को बताते हैं, फिर ब्रूड करते हैं, फिर सोचते हैं अगले दिन नील पड़ जाएगा. Not that we don't have the pain is real, but our setback and comeback equation is changing. किसी ने अगर कुछ कह दिया तो बुरा लग जाता है और फिर घंटों तक बुरा लगता है. और यहाँ मैंने अपने छोटे बच्चे को पिटाई करी, उसके बाद उसने बोला कोई बात नहीं मम्मा, हाँ मैं मैगी खा लूंगा. How within seconds? How? कैसे? That childlike nature. So let's improvise. Let's be childlike. The story will come naturally. Ajay sir, please.
No.
Any object, कुछ भी इधर उधर से उठा लें आप.
Not me.
चश्मे को फोन बना लीजिए. Puri sir, please. Come on. Yes, I like that Nirupama ma'am. Please unmute. We would love to see. Please unmute.
Okay.
जी मैम.
वो बाहर तो इतनी बारिश हो रही है, क्या करें, कैसे जाएं बाहर. अच्छा चलो मैं ये छतरी ले लेती हूँ, ये छतरी लगा के जाएंगे. ये तो उड़ी जा रही है, हवा में उड़ रही है, ठंड लग रही है.
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, क्या बात है.
Nirupama ji is also natural.
निरुपमा, मैं तो पूछने वाली थी कि आप कहाँ रहते हैं, वहाँ सच में बारिश हो रही है, यहाँ तो नहीं हो रही.
होने वाली है.
Beautiful.
So this is the power of a storyteller. Storyteller आपका हाथ पकड़ के आपको ले जाता है वहाँ जहाँ वो आपसे विजुअलाइजेशन के माध्यम से इमेजिनेशन करा रहा है.
Can I just share
Yes, please.
what happened in our room?
Of course, we would
Right.
love to hear. Over to you.
Yeah. So we felt that it was kind of a emotional roller coaster ride when you were narrating that story. It was as if like you are the engine and we were all like dippas. And wherever you went, we went along with you. right? And we felt the same emotions as you were trying to convey, and we were feeling the same emotions as Ambi herself, right? So I think that was the beauty of the story that you told.
Thank you, Ajay sir. You have summed it up in a very crisp manner. That is the power of a storyteller. जब आपको स्टोरी टेलर की पावर पता चल जाएगी तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं? यू कैन लिटरली होल्ड द हैंड ऑफ द लिसनर, टेक हिम अलोंग विद यू टू वेर एवर यू वॉन्ट, और वो ट्रैवल करेगा, फॉरेस्ट में ट्रैवल करेगा, टाउन में ट्रैवल करेगा, भीड़ में, पेड़ों से हटाया और देखा it is through your eyes and through your body language. It is through the variations in your tone. And we all have it. ये कोई नई चीज नहीं है, ये नई चीज नहीं है, सिर्फ कुछ परतों के नीचे दब गई है. Yes, Puri sir.
मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा
I just want to say
yes,
that you know, after the story, you didn't have to explain anything to us. You know, that what is the moral of the story? What are you trying to convey to us? It was so evident. You know, I mean.
मेरे को एक बात कहनी है
जी सर,
कि जो लीडर्स होते हैं, क्वालिटी लीडर्स, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल लीडर्स, या जो फैकल्टी टीचर्स भी होते हैं, कहीं खासकर इन चीज़ों में आप मेटाफोर इस्तेमाल करके अपने सारे जो ऑडियंस है अपने साथ ले चलते हो. अगर आपको स्टोरी टेलिंग टेक्निक नहीं आती है तो वो इमोशनली कनेक्ट करके अपने साथ नहीं ले सकते हो. लीडरशिप को तो स्टोरी टेलिंग बहुत ही जरूरी है. वो कैसे, वो अच्छा जो संत आदमी जो लेक्चर दे रहा है, सेंट या गुरु, वो भी मेटाफोर देता है कि जीवन क्या है, जीवन तो एक सरिता के माफिक है, हम तो सिर्फ कपड़े बदलते करते हैं. वो हमको बिल्कुल नदी में ले जाता है और नहा, हम कहते हैं हाँ हाँ जीवन कुछ नहीं है, मृत्यु कुछ नहीं है. तो वो एक मेटाफोर दे के हमको इमोशनली कनेक्ट करके अपनी बात समझाते. तो चाहे लीडर हो, चाहे गुरु हो, चाहे फैकल्टी हो, चाहे आप मैनेजर हो, आपको स्टोरी टेलिंग आनी ही चाहिए.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, आपने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से बताया. बिल्कुल, दैट इज द पावर ऑफ अ स्टोरी टेलर.
मैडम जी, आपको क्या लगता है कि एज ए फैकल्टी हमको जरूर आनी चाहिए स्टोरी टेलिंग?
एब्सोल्युटली, यू नो, लाइक जितने मर्जी पीपीटीज दिखा दो, जितने मर्जी कॉन्सेप्ट्स, कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजें समझाने की कोशिश करो, unless you can connect with your audience, your trainees, you know,
इसका
storytelling.
इसका रीजन है, इसका कारण है जो पुरी सर और प्रतिमा मैम ने व्यूज इतने अच्छे शेयर करे, जो मुझे समझ में आता है. देयर इज अ बुक कॉल्ड सेपियन. आप सब लोगों ने इतना पढ़ा है, आई एम श्योर देयर इज सो मच आई कैन लर्न. In that book, if you see, it has been taken out in I don't know how many languages, I think 60 or 70 languages, and billions of copies have sold. It says that the Homo sapiens, humans, were able to survive because they created stories. Because in the ancient days, we all sat next to the fire and we shared stories. It is stories. हमने कैसे कॉन्सेप्ट बना लिए ईश्वर का भी, और कॉन्सेप्ट बना लिया सब चीज का कि हमारी गाड़ी चलती रहे. We are creating stories, not just telling stories. We are weaving stories. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful.
दूसरी जगह पे हम थोड़ा सा हाईलाइट करते हैं the scientific reason, which I'm sure all of you are aware of. It is stories that create the balance between the left brain and the right brain. One side processes the facts, one side is taking the data I gave you, पेड़ यहाँ था, पेड़ वहाँ था, कौवा आया. And then comes the emotions, which puts the soul in the story. हम कुछ भी क्यों करते हैं? हम मॉल क्यों जाते हैं? हम ट्रैवल क्यों करते हैं? हम सिनेमा क्यों जाते हैं? एक्सपीरियंस के लिए. और स्टोरीज में पावर है टू क्रिएट दैट एक्सपीरियंस, बिकॉज it is doing the neuroplasticity and joining the left brain and the right brain, and the facts and the emotions together give you an experience. And then you say, मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ था, मैं सीए में फेल हुई थी ना, मुझे बिल्कुल वैसा फील हुआ था जब वो अम्बी बोलती है ना कि बस अब और नहीं. I felt the same. How did I go back 20 years? Because the story touched the chords of my heart. and you have that